Be me, 38, finally free from marriage to Derek. Took 2 years, but I got everything I wanted in the divorce. The house? Well, I got to buy him out at market value, but still, it's mine now. Fair division of assets, which means I got half of everything he built while I was finding myself career-wise. Standing in what used to be our kitchen, coffee in hand, feeling vindicated. This is what liberation looks like. No more compromising on where to eat. No more pretending to care about his boring engineering projects. No more discussions that were really just him not understanding basic emotional concepts. I tried to explain it to him so many times. How marriage is inherently a patriarchal institution designed to subjugate women. How his expectations of me were rooted in outdated gender norms. He'd always do this thing where he'd pause before responding. Like he was carefully choosing his words not to upset me. Which just upset me more because why should I need to be handled? With kid gloves, toward the end, he stopped trying to argue, would just say, okay, or if that's how you feel. Exactly the kind of dismissive behavior that made me realize I needed out. My friends agreed, obviously. Had been meeting with them twice a week for the past year before the divorce. Rachel said she could see how drained I looked. Amanda pointed out all the little ways he was controlling, like how he'd ask what time I'd be home. Or suggest we eat dinner together, instead of me eating in my office while working. Manipulation disguised as concern. The divorce was ugly but necessary. He didn't even fight me that hard on most things, which somehow made me angrier. Like he couldn't even care enough to really battle for our marriage. His lawyer kept presenting these compromise options. I stood firm on my principles. Why should I compromise when I spent 8 years compromising myself? Fast forward 6 months post-divorce. I'm scrolling through social media. Rebecca, a mutual friend, posted photos from some hiking trip. And there's Derek. In the background at first, but then she tagged him in a group shot. He looks different. Leaner. Tan. Smiling in a way that seems genuine. Not the tight smile he'd give me when I'd correct him about something. I click on his profile, even though I unfollowed him. We're still friends because I'm mature about these things. His last post was from 3 weeks ago. Photo of him at the summit of some mountain. Caption just says, Week 6 of learning to climb. Grateful. Grateful? He's got 47 likes and a bunch of comments. People I don't even recognize. One woman named Lisa comments, You're progressing so fast. See you at the gym on Thursday. With a flexed bicep emoji. I closed the app. Tell myself I don't care. He can do whatever he wants. That was the whole point. We're both free now. But something about it sits wrong in my stomach. Keep checking his profile over the next few days. He's posted about joining some climbing gym, started a book club. There's a photo of him with 3 other guys at a brewery, all holding these craft beers, looking like they're having an actual conversation. When we were married, he barely had friends. I mean, he had Mark from work, but they only hung out like once a month. Now suddenly, he's Mr. Social. Post a photo of myself at my favorite coffee shop. Caption it something about choosing yourself and radical self-love. Get 23 likes. Derek used to be one of them, back when we first separated. He doesn't like this one. Probably doesn't even see my posts anymore. Which is fine. Totally fine. Run into Amanda at the farmer's market. Oh my God, she says. Have you seen Derek's Instagram? My stomach drops, but I keep my face neutral. Briefly, why? He looks so different. Maya went on a date with a guy who knows him, said Derek's like a completely different person now. Well, people change when they're not in the right relationship, I say. It comes out more defensive than I meant. Obviously, I just mean, are you okay? Why wouldn't I be okay? No, I know. I just, never mind. Go home and look at his profile again. There's a new post from earlier today. Him in a group at some outdoor concert. He's talking to a pretty woman. Brunette, laughing at something. She's not touching him, but they're standing close. I read the comments. Someone named James. Great show, man. We should hit the next one in the series. That woman, Lisa, again. Best Thursday crew with a red heart emoji. The brunette, whose name is apparently Sophie, already got tickets for next month. Derek replies to all of them with actual enthusiastic responses. Not the one-word replies he'd give to my friends when they'd comment on our couple photos. I'm spiraling and I know it. Call Rachel. Hey, can you talk? I'm having a weird day. What's up? It's stupid. It's about Derek. Oh no, is he bothering you? Do you need to document something? No, nothing like that. He's just... I don't know. He seems really happy. Silence on the other end. Isn't that good? Rachel finally says. Of course it's good. I want him to be happy. I just... can't finish the sentence. Because how do I explain that seeing him actually thrive is making me question everything? You're probably just seeing the highlight reel, Rachel says. You know how people curate their lives online. Yeah, you're right. But I know Derek. Knew Derek. He barely posted when we were together. Said he didn't see the point in performing his life for others. I was the one who insisted we post couple photos. Said it was important to normalize feminist partnerships. He'd let me but never seemed comfortable. Now he's posting multiple times a week. Start noticing other things over the next month. Rebecca mentions Derek started volunteering at some community garden. See a post from the climbing gym featuring him in their member spotlight. Apparently, he's been helping teach intro classes. The write-up quotes him saying something about finding joy in physicality after years of disconnection from my body. Years of disconnection? I knew his body plenty well, thanks. We had a perfectly adequate intimate life. Well, toward the end, it was less frequent. But that was because I was tired from work. And he never pushed, which I appreciated. But also, sometimes I wondered why he didn't push. Like maybe he wasn't attracted to me anymore. Whatever, this is ancient history. Except now, I'm wondering if he's seeing someone, if he's sleeping with that Sophie woman, or Lisa, or someone else entirely. He's probably on dating apps, probably matching with women who don't challenge him, who just laugh at his jokes and cook him dinner and don't make him think about his role in systemic oppression. I'm at my therapist's office on Tuesday. Dr. Sarah is great, very affirming, helped me through the decision to divorce. I'm struggling with some unexpected feelings, I tell her. Explain the situation. She nods thoughtfully. What do you think is underneath the anger? I'm not angry. Okay. What are you feeling? Confused, like, I spent 8 years with this man. I knew him, and either he was hiding this whole other self the entire time, or I was the problem. Saying it out loud makes my throat tight. Those aren't the only two options, Dr. Sarah says gently. People grow and change. The end of the relationship may have catalyzed growth for both of you. But I'm not growing. I'm the same as I was. I'm just alone now. Are you the same? Think about my daily routine. Wake up, coffee, work from home, scroll through social media, more work, sometimes meet friends for drinks, come home, TV, bed. When Derek and I were together, I at least had someone to bounce ideas off of. Even if he didn't always get it, he'd listen to me talk about my day, ask questions that were sometimes annoying but also showed he was paying attention. I'm more authentically myself, I finally answer. What does that look like practically? Can't really articulate it. Session ends with her encouraging me to explore my own interests. Like I need a therapist to tell me that. Get home and Derek has posted again. It's a photo of a ceramic bowl, lumpy and clearly handmade. Caption, first pottery class result. It's ugly but it's mine. Thanks to James for teaching me it's okay to be bad at something new. 73 likes. Comments full of encouragement. That guy James. Dude, this is great for a first try. Wait till you see what you make next month. Sophie. I love him. With a laughing emoji and a heart emoji. She loves the bowl or loves Derek. I'm reading too much into it. Except 3 weeks later, there's a photo of Derek and Sophie at some art gallery. She's wearing his jacket. It's the navy one I bought him for his birthday 2 years ago. He said he loved it, but I only saw him wear it a handful of times. Of course he wears it for her. Caption is just, good art, good company, with a tag to the gallery. I can't help it. I go through Sophie's profile. She's a graphic designer, does watercolor paintings, volunteers at an animal shelter. In her photos, she's always doing something. Hiking, painting, at concerts, with friends. She seems like the kind of woman who doesn't overthink everything, who just exists without constantly analyzing the political implications of her existence. I hate her. No, I don't hate her. I don't know her. I hate that Derek looks at her the way he used to look at me. In our early photos, before everything got complicated, before I realized how much work he needed to do on himself. Amanda comes over with wine on Friday. You're obsessing, she says, not unkindly. I'm not. You've mentioned him 4 times in the last hour. I'm just processing. Isn't that healthy? Processing would be acknowledging your feelings and moving forward. This is something else. What do you want me to say? That I made a mistake? Did you? The question hangs there. No. The marriage wasn't working. He wasn't willing to do the work. What work? The emotional labor, the unpacking of his socialization, the constant education I had to provide about basic concepts of equality. Did he ask you to educate him? He shouldn't have to ask. That's the whole point. Amanda looks at me for a long moment. When you and Derek were together, what did you guys do for fun? Have to think about it. We'd watch movies, go out to eat sometimes. What else? I don't know, the normal stuff. Did you try new things together? We took that cooking class once. He liked it, but I thought the instructor was kind of condescending to the women in the class, so I didn't want to go back. Right. What does that tone mean? Nothing. Just, do you think maybe Derek is just enjoying having permission to try things? He had permission. I never stopped him from doing anything. But even as I say it, I'm remembering how he mentioned wanting to try rock climbing, and I said it seemed dangerous and expensive. How he suggested we join a hiking group, and I said I didn't want to spend my weekends with random people. How he wanted to take a pottery class together, and I said it seemed pointless when you could just buy a bowl. He could have done any of this while we were together, I say firmly. Could he have? Amanda leaves an hour later. I pour another glass of wine and sit with my laptop. Create a fake profile on Instagram, just to lurk. I know it's pathetic, even as I'm doing it. Find Derek's profile from this new anonymous account. Go through his photos systematically. He's posted 47 times since our divorce was finalized. When we were married, he posted maybe twice a year. There's a pattern in the captions. First time surfing, fell a lot but loved it. Bad at guitar, but learning anyway. Tried cooking Thai food, burned the sauce, but the second attempt was better. Everything is about being bad at things, trying anyway, learning. Like he's deliberately doing the opposite of what he did with me. With me, he was always careful, always trying to do things right, always asking if I was happy with whatever choice we were making, and I'd gotten so tired of being the one to decide everything. But maybe he was asking because I shot down his suggestions. No, that's not fair to myself. I was advocating for my needs. That's what you're supposed to do in a relationship. He just couldn't handle being with a woman who knew what she wanted. 3 months after the divorce, Rachel invites me to a dinner party. I almost say no, but my therapist says I've been isolating. Show up with expensive wine and my best casual but attractive outfit. Rachel's apartment is full of people I half know, music playing, everyone talking and laughing. I'm pouring myself a drink in the kitchen when someone says, "Oh, I think you know Derek, right? He just texted he's running late." My whole body goes cold. Derek is coming here? I should go, I say to Rachel. I'm not feeling well. Please don't. I didn't know you'd be this uncomfortable. He said he was fine with it when I mentioned you'd be here. He knew I was coming? Yeah, he said that's cool, we're both adults. Of course he did, because he's so evolved now, so mature. I'm trapped because leaving now looks weak. Pour myself more wine and plant myself in the living room, talking to some guy named Andre about his startup. Not really listening, just watching the door. Derek arrives 20 minutes later. He's not alone. Sophie is with him. She's wearing a sundress and has her hair up. Looks effortlessly pretty in that way that seems calculated, but probably isn't. Derek sees me and his expression does something complicated, but then he smiles, walks over. Hey, good to see you. Hi. It's the first time we've spoken since the lawyers handled everything. This is Sophie, he says. Sophie, this is my ex-wife. He doesn't say my name, which stings for some reason. Nice to meet you, Sophie says warmly. She seems genuine, which makes it worse. You too. Awkward silence. I'm going to grab a drink, Sophie says tactfully, squeezing Derek's arm. Now it's just us. You look good, he says. Thanks. You too. It's true. He's wearing a button-up shirt I don't recognize. Looks like he's been sleeping well. How have you been? He asks. Good. Busy with work, you know. That's good. I'm glad. He seems like he means it. You seem different, I say. Can't help myself. Yeah, I feel different. It's been a really good few months, actually. Hard, but good. I can see that. Your Instagram looks like you're having the time of your life. It comes out more bitter than I intended. He pauses. That same careful pause he used to do. I'm just trying new things. Feels like I have more space to figure out who I am, you know? You had space before. I never stopped you from doing anything. He looks at me for a long moment. I know you believe that. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. This probably isn't the time or place. No. Say what you were going to say. He glances around. We're drawing attention. Okay, not nothing. But can we maybe step outside? Follow him to Rachel's balcony. City lights spread out below us. He leans on the railing. I didn't have space, he says quietly. Every time I wanted to try something, there was a reason it was problematic or wasteful or dangerous or whatever. No, I got tired of running everything through that filter. So this is my fault? You not having hobbies? I didn't say fault. I'm just saying the relationship had a dynamic that wasn't working for me. Clearly it wasn't working for you either, or you wouldn't have wanted out. I wanted out because you wouldn't grow. He actually laughs. Not mean, just genuinely amused. I'm growing now, more than I ever did when I was being told all the ways I needed to grow. That's not fair. Maybe not. Look, I don't want to do this. I didn't come here to relitigate our marriage. I actually came because I'm trying to be someone who doesn't avoid uncomfortable situations anymore. How brave of you, he sighs. I wanted to tell you something, and I was going to text, but since you're here, I'm glad we got divorced. The words hit like a slap. I know that sounds harsh, he continues, but I think it was the best thing for both of us. I'm happier than I've been in years. I hope you are too. Of course I am. Good, but I'm not. Standing here, looking at him, I realize I'm not happy at all. I'm the same person I was in the marriage, just alone, while he's become someone new, someone lighter, someone who makes pottery and climbs rocks and goes to concerts. All the things I thought were beside the point. All the things I dismissed as distractions from the real work of interrogating power structures and dismantling patriarchal expectations. Who is she? I ask. Sophie? We're taking it slow. She's great though. I'm sure she is. She seems very uncomplicated. Immediately regret saying it. She is pretty straightforward, he says. It's refreshing, actually. She just says what she means and doesn't... Never mind. Doesn't what? She doesn't make me feel like I'm constantly failing some test I didn't know I was taking. The words settle between us. I never did that. Okay. He doesn't argue, just accepts my denial like it doesn't matter what I think. Because it doesn't matter anymore. He's moved on. Found someone who doesn't challenge him to be better. And he's happier for it. I should get back, he says. But really, I hope you're doing well. I mean that. He goes inside. I watch through the glass as he finds Sophie. She hands him a beer and says something that makes him laugh. Really laugh. Head back. Genuine. I don't remember the last time I made him laugh like that. Stay on the balcony for a while. Rachel comes out eventually. You okay? He said, he's glad we divorced. Oh, that's harsh. He looks so happy, Rachel. Happier than he ever looked with me. She doesn't say anything, which is answer enough. Was I terrible to him? You weren't terrible. You were just very convinced you knew the right way to do everything. And maybe you do, but maybe Derek needed someone who doesn't have all the answers. Go home early, spend the weekend spiraling, looking at old photos from our marriage. I'm analyzing them like archaeological evidence. In the early ones, we both look genuinely happy. Somewhere around year 4, his smile starts getting tighter, more forced. In the last year, we barely took photos together. Mostly just me, and he'd be behind the camera. Monday morning, call in sick to work. Can't stop thinking about what he said. About me making him feel like he was failing tests. I was just trying to help him see his blind spots, help him understand systems of oppression. How is that wrong? But I remember specific moments, now with new context. Him suggesting we go to his company picnic, and me saying those events are just capitalist performances of fake community. Him wanting to buy a grill, and me launching into a critique of suburban masculinity rituals. Him excited about a promotion, and me pointing out how his company's hierarchy reinforced class oppression. Was I ever just happy for him? Did I ever just let him enjoy something without analysis? Dr. Sarah's office again on Tuesday. I saw Derek, I tell her, explain the whole interaction. And how did that make you feel? Like I destroyed something I can't get back. Do you want it back? I don't know. Maybe. Not the marriage we had, but I miss having a person. You could have a person again. That option is open to you. Who's going to want me? I'm argumentative and exhausting, and I make everything complicated. Those are Derek's words? No, they're mine, but they're probably what he was thinking. Or maybe you and Derek were simply incompatible. That doesn't make you fundamentally unlovable. It means you need someone different than who he is. What if I'm the problem, though? What if I'm the reason it didn't work? Relationships require two people. You both contributed to the dynamic. But he's thriving now, I'm not. So what are you going to do about that? Don't have an answer. See on Instagram that Derek and Sophie went on a weekend trip to the coast. Photos of them on a beach, building a fire, roasting marshmallows, looking stupidly happy, doing simple things. The kind of things I always thought were banal, beneath us. But maybe I was wrong. Maybe there's value in simplicity, in just enjoying something without deconstructing it. Try to start making changes. Sign up for a painting class. Go twice and quit because the instructor uses the wrong pronouns for someone and doesn't seem educated about it. Join a hiking group. Complain the whole first hike about the environmental impact of trail erosion. Don't get invited back. Try a book club. Get into an argument about the author's problematic elements. Everyone gets quiet and changes the subject. I'm the problem. I'm the Derek in all of these situations. Except, I don't know how to be different. This is who I am. Someone who sees the problems. Who can't just enjoy something without noticing all the ways it's flawed. Maybe that's valuable. Maybe that's important. But it's also exhausting. And it's lonely. Months pass. Derek posts about moving in with Sophie. They adopted a dog together. Some goofy mixed breed named Walter. The photos of the three of them look like a catalogue for happiness. I'm scrolling through while eating takeout alone at my kitchen counter. The house feels too big now, too quiet. I keep it immaculately clean because there's nothing else to do. No one to make messes. No one to leave dishes in the sink and spark arguments about domestic labour distribution. Rachel and Amanda have been less available lately. They say they're busy, but I think they're tired of me. Tired of the same conversations. Tired of my inability to move forward. Dr. Sarah suggests maybe I'm depressed. Offers medication. I refuse because I don't want to numb myself. Want to feel this. Even though it's terrible. One night, break down and text Derek. Hey, I know this is weird, but I wanted to say I'm sorry for how things were. You seem really happy, and I'm glad for you. Stare at my phone for an hour. He responds, Thank you for saying that. I hope you find your happiness too. Take care of yourself. Polite, distant, final. He's really gone. Not just physically, but emotionally. I'm not a thought in his head anymore. Just someone he used to know. Someone he's relieved to be free from. Realize I spent 8 years with someone. Shared a home, a bed, a life, and now I'm a footnote in his story. The before picture that makes his after look so good. The cautionary tale he probably tells Sophie late at night. My ex-wife was so intense about everything. I couldn't breathe. And Sophie probably holds him and says something supportive, and feels grateful she's not like me. That she's the kind of woman a man can be happy with. Sit with that for a long time. The knowing that I'm the villain in his narrative. And maybe I earned it. Maybe I was so busy being right that I forgot to be kind. So busy teaching that I never learned. So convinced of my framework for understanding the world that I couldn't see what I was doing to the person closest to me. The house is quiet. Just me and my principles. Turns out principles don't keep you warm at night. Don't laugh at your jokes. Don't grow with you. I wanted liberation, and I got it. But liberation feels a lot like loneliness, and Derek got it too. He's liberated from me, and he's blooming, while I'm exactly where I was, right about everything, and completely alone.